Wind, aid my hand.
Shoot. Ah, crap.
Behold my creations.
Enough said, bub.
After I play Enchantress there, that area is gonna be kinda screwed. So here's what I'll do.
Oh, snap!
Oh, he did. Enchantress.
Smash! Victory!
Behold my creations.
Fall. Way up.
It's clobbering time! Snap! Smash!
Mathematics.
Victory!
Behold my creations.
It's clobbering time!
Missed. Please be a double hit. Yes. Ooh, triple.
Opponent snapped!
Fuck you. Never record moves after it gets destroyed. Came a copy of loot. Oh, thank goodness. +3. Frick. But hey.
Victory!
Let's.
Next stop, Creepy Bean!
Howdy, partner. Having you here makes the middle of nowhere feel like somewhere.
It's not ready yet.
Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with a brand new video, and today is the day that Showdown in the Badlands goes live, and I wanted to give you guys a deck to try out for every single class. These come courtesy of Vicious Syndicate. They printed 40 decks to try out, so I'll link that article below. If there's one I shared here that you're not interested in, feel free to check that out. And of course, these are just kind of theory crafts. We have no idea if any of these decks, any of these cards will be any good, so I highly recommend not crafting anything, at least for a couple of days. Whatever you kind of scrounge together in packs or whatever, build what you can, have some fun, and we'll be streaming a lot of these decks and tons of other stuff at twitch.tv/Zeddy when the expansion goes live around 10 a.m. Pacific. We'll be live trying out these decks, other decks, arena, achievements. We'll be doing it all, so come hang out if you want to. And we're announcing our giveaway winners for the 4 rewards tracks. These 4 people have won. They've all been contacted. If I don't hear back from them within 24 hours, I will find new winners. And thanks again so much for all your support. This was a crazy reveal season. I'm excited to see well, is the Azurite Snake gonna break Hearthstone, and also just what other stuff comes out today. So stay tuned. Day 1 patch reveal and all that stuff. But regardless, let's get into the new decks to try out right now. Starting off, we have Death Knight, and we're gonna go with an Excavate Plague Death Knight. That's right, you run into Highlander decks. Sorry, we're calling them Reno decks. I've been calling it Highlander for a while. Reno's back in standard. I'm calling them all Reno decks, plus I'll have plenty to recommend. But you'll want to avoid Excavate Plague Death Knight. Run similar, you know, to the old Plague Death Knight, but you have some new cards in here like Reska the Pit Boss, 20 mana. It comes down pretty cheap later on, which you can excavate back later with your Excavate.
Already closed it. Let's just open up the daily stuff.
Here you are. What are you gonna do? By the way, who are you? It seems that everyone can sense your existence.
you need to do it fast. There's no okay. Ah, fuck.
Welcome everyone, today I will be showing you how to stall on touch. Here is an example of stalls.
First up, before we get into the secrets of super advanced stall chains, I gotta say, if you're one of these people who can't do a single stall or can only do a single stall, I highly recommend you go watch my stall tutorials before watching this video. Those tutorials will give you a great introduction to stalls and stall chains and will prepare you for this video you're about to watch. Are you a mechanical god in free play, but as soon as you're faced with a real opponent, your mechanics turn to absolute trash and you end up lying on the floor while your opponent scores over and over? Well, not good, but good. Then this video is for you. In this video, I'll show you my own personal training routine that I use to keep my mechanics on point. We'll practice both fundamental and advanced mechanics in a way that won't just make you good in free play, but will prepare you for doing them in live matches against real opponents. So prepare to get cracked with Moggs's ultimate sideswipe training routine. How often does this situation come up in game? The ball is bouncing back towards your goal with you chasing close behind. Ideally, you would get goal side of the ball and take control of it easily, but instead, this happens. I call this skill a trap, and I think it's one of the most important skills in the game. So we just saw what a bad trap looks like, but here's what a good one looks like. And here's a perfect one. As you can see in the perfect example, the ball's momentum is completely stopped by our car. It doesn't pop up or roll towards the back of our car. It completely stops on our nose and allows us to immediately start our attack. So the first exercise in this training is to practice those low-flying, bouncing balls that we just looked at. Start off by taking the ball from the kickoff, then simply boost into it so it bounces back towards you. Then drive back and try to trap it. The aim here is to stop the ball dead in its tracks. And believe me, it's much easier said than done. I recommend doing this with the ball heading towards you like this, and with the ball running away from you like this. Both of these situations are super useful to get comfortable with. And the next exercise on traps is to practice high balls. So take the ball from the kickoff and get it flying through the air like this, and then drive back down and try to trap it. Again, repeat this when the ball's moving away from you and towards you. Oh, and before we move on to the next part of this training, I just made a video over on my second channel where I focused on this trap skill for 3 games of 1v1s, so go check that out, linked above and in the video description. Ceiling pinches are easily one of the most important mechanics in the game, in both attacking plays and defensive clears. And therefore, they really should be part of any training routine. The first exercise to practice these is one I'm sure you'll all be familiar with. It's where you just hit the ball up the wall, follow it up to the ceiling, and pinch it downfield. Pretty straightforward. The goal here is to start your pinch from the very edge of the ceiling, and then try to score in the opposite goal. A tip on these for maximum power is to just aim for the edge of the ball, and make sure you're actually sandwiching the ball between your car and the ceiling when you hit it. The second exercise is to change our setup from using the wall to using an air dribble instead. So you can start from a dribble on the ground, then take it up for a pinch. Or you can start from an aerial play. Either way, practice these from various distances from the goal, including far, medium, and short range. And the last exercise on pinches is to use the white shot mechanic to do a super aggressive pinch that I call a white shot ceiling pinch. It's really useful for offensive plays because of the way your car follows the ball instead of staying on the ceiling like a normal pinch. I recommend practicing this one by first going for the pinch and then following it up with additional touches. Oh, and if you need help with white shots, check out my advanced shooting mechanics tutorial where I teach you exactly how to do it. Those of you who watch my channel regularly will know that I'm a huge fan of stalls. They're useful in pretty much any situation you can imagine, and they're not even that hard to do. In this part of the routine, we're going to practice something I call stall redirects. This is where the ball is flying one way, and you stall into it to push it back the other way. It's like an advanced version of the fadeaway jump shot I covered in my shooting tutorial. The way I like to practice them is by rolling the ball up the wall, then hitting it off to get it moving, and then just jump down and attempt to redirect it back towards the goal. And as with the trapping exercise, you should do this while chasing the ball from behind, and while driving towards it. The next part is all about one of my all-time favorite mechanics in the game, white shots. The best part about the white shot is that it allows you to follow up your first hit with more touches on the ball. So in this part, we're going to practice white shot chains. The easiest way to set yourself up is just to roll the ball up the wall, and then start your white shot chain, aiming to take the ball from one side into the opposite goal. And as a further challenge, you could also do this in the 3v3 arena, where you can practice longer chains of light hits, or more powerful ones. This video is episode 2 of shooting in Rocket League Sideswipe. In this video, I'll show you 5 of the newest and most powerful shots in Sideswipe that will turn you into an absolute shooting master, including the white shot, the scoop shot, the super jump shot, the stall into purple and gold, and the purple and gold power shots. We'll go through all the shots, find out what they are, when they're useful, and of course, how to do them. The white shot is honestly one of the coolest shots I've ever seen, and I'm calling it a white shot because it's basically the same as a red shot, except you get a flip reset every single time you do it. So you get that awesome white flash, and you get some decent power on the shot too. To do it, you first get the ball up in the air, then air roll so that the bottom of your car is facing upwards. Place the front of your car about here on the bottom corner of the ball, then front flip, and there's your white shot. The fundamentals of how this works are like this. When you face your car upside down, place it close to the ball and then front flip, the back of your car whips forward and hits the ball like this, giving you both a flip reset and a powerful hit on the ball. Depending on your position relative to the ball, you can modify the amount of power you get on the hit. My general rule of thumb is, if you're further away from the ball when you do your flip, you'll get more power, and if you're close to the ball, you'll get less power. You can use it to get a powerful shot off and then use your flip to safely recover and defend. Or you can use it to chain multiple weaker shots together like this, and use it kind of like a stall to keep the ball up in the air. I think this shot is ridiculously cool, and I can't wait to see what the Sideswipe community does with it. The scoop shot is something I came up with myself in free play to use in this situation here. The ball is floating down to the ground with you chasing behind it, and you want to get it from here to here. Well, the scoop shot does that perfectly. To do it, you want to get right behind and under the ball, and point your car diagonal up and back like this. Then just do a front flip and the bottom of your car will scoop the ball up really high like this. In terms of air roll, it doesn't actually matter which way you're air rolled when you're doing this, whether your roof is facing up or down. In both cases, you'll still get the scoop. I absolutely love this shot, particularly for those really common aerial situations where the ball is floating down to the ground and you want to put it into the goal. However, you can also use it in a bunch of other situations, like on the ground when the ball is under the goal and you want to flick it up. And there's one more shot you can use in this same situation. I call it the super jump shot. If you're not familiar with the super jump mechanic in sideswipe, let me show you. The super jump is a weird mechanic where you can chain multiple neutral jumps together to get increasingly powerful jumps. You basically just jump once, and then as soon as your car is about to touch the ground, jump again. And as you can see, the second jump is much higher. And then if you do it again, the third jump is even higher. So this shot I'm about to teach you is a shot I came up with to actually utilize this super jump mechanic. Here's what it looks like. And before you say, isn't that just landing under the ball and then jumping? Well, here's what that looks like. As you can see, the ball doesn't pop up anywhere near as high. But with the super jump, you get this massive pop that pushes the ball really high into the air. To do this shot, you need to get the ball in the air, and then just get under it so you're floating down to the ground at about the same speed. Then when you're near the ground, do your super jump and you'll pop the ball up really high like this. This is such an awesome mechanic that you can use in a whole bunch of situations, not just to score a goal. And I highly recommend you guys practice this one and get it down, because I really think it'll be meta one day. The stall is an incredibly useful mechanic that allows you to keep the ball up in the air almost in definitely if you can do it right. However, it can also be used as a really effective offensive tool to set up hard to read shots. Two of those are the stall to purple and the stall to gold. These are really easy to do, so let's just go over them super quickly. To do the stall to purple, all you need to do is do a stall, and then immediately let go of joystick and do a purple shot. I don't think there's really any trick to doing this one, it's just a matter of thinking to do it. And to do the stall to gold, you just stall and then immediately aim away from the ball and do a gold shot. In my experience with this one, the only real trick is just to be quick with your gold shot. Because you have to spin your car backwards to get the gold shot, you often hit the ball away like this. So if you're too slow, you might miss the shot. So just make sure you're really quick. And finally, the purple and gold power shots, which are really just regular purple and gold shots, but I want to reiterate something I went over in my gold shot tutorial video, because it's really important. Basically, if you want to maximize the amount of power you get on both gold and purple shots, you have to make sure the ball is moving away from you when you do the shot. As you can see in this demo, if we just gold shot the stationary ball, it goes this far. But if we first get a touch and then gold shot, it goes much further. And the same thing applies to purple shots. So in a realistic in-game situation, if the ball is flying towards you like this, and you want to do a powerful gold shot back the other way, you need to first touch the ball with the back of your car and then do your gold shot. And the same thing applies to purple shots. Get a light touch with the bottom of your car and then purple shot. And that's it. Those are the 5 different types of shots I've got for you guys today. Just before I go, I just want to say thank you to everyone who sent me their own unique shots, particularly Altodone who sent me the front flip reset shot. If you guys have any more shots that you want to send me, What is our player going to do with this game? Is he going to make more of his attacking plays? Hopefully he will. Stall chain coming up there, but he doesn't really... I mean, he was kind of in front of the ball. Needed to reposition there, I think. He's low boost. I think KG Thunderstorm knows it. Oh, beautiful gold shot. That was stunning. Wow, he did really well. The pancake to gold to pop the ball up and then straight into the goal. This is episode 14 of Ask Mogs Anything, the series where I answer questions from you guys about sideswipe and about...
It is time.
Ho ho ho! It's good to see you again.
Let's go. Heck yeah, baby. Okay, let's start by opening these random things. Where's the open all button? Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. This is the best thing Hearthstone has added. Do I have to do it like this, or can I actually open different stuff? Like, no, okay, yeah, only this. Signature. Okay, then this is the new expansion. Oh wait, what? 10, 140, 32? Okay, 140 is the new expansion. Wait, is it only 20 at a time? Get some of this gold out of the way.
Golden legendary!
Hell yeah, baby. Apparently we should do this 20 at a time, which is better than one. So. Oh, 40 at a time. Okay. And there we go. I've now opened up. Okay, now, I guess we just start checking out the new decks. Theory crafted Reno Hunter, theory crafted Reno Paladin, theory crafted Reno Demon Hunter, Kingsbane. Oh, what? Just 3 theory crafts? That's it? Oh. Conjur's Calling Mage. Bruh. Okay, well, I guess let's just look at the new cards. The bad ones. And we'll turn crafting on just to see what I don't have. Okay. Death Knight. Deal damage to a minion equal to your corpses. Oh, that's potentially really good. Death Rattle the next time you excavate or summon this. Okay, what does excavate mean? I guess I'll figure that out later. Spend up to 8 corpses to summon a random minion of that cost. Interesting. I don't know how good that is, because you need all those corpses. Summon for 1/1. Okay, you know what? I really don't care about this class, or this class, or this class. Okay, Hunter. Summon 2 1/1 snakes with stealth. Okay. Draw a beast. Give minions in your hand. Okay. Draw a minion. Give it plus plus one. Death rattle. Get it. Okay. Mage. Freeze an enemy. Excavate a treasure. Oh, Battlecry. Get a random Titan. It costs 1. What the frick? There's so much going on here. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Its neighbors. Quick draw. You know what? Let me go.
In the beginning, I was all alone, trying my best to do some good out there. But it didn't take long to realize that, with the right friends, everything would change.
Step aside! You don't know who you're messing with.
They knew the townsfolk were up to something sinister.
Let's move!
Right behind you! And it was like a powder keg waiting to explode.
We did it! No!
Oh, nuts. As it turned out, I had the right backup waiting for me. Just when I needed it.
Let's do this.
You got it, partner.
I didn't intentionally pursue leadership.
I'm gonna punch ya!
Candle mudslider. Let's show these fine folks some Badland hospitality.
Well, looking for a standoff? Careful, it's against me.
Let's keep things rolling with the next presentation. Hearthstone, what's next?
Oh, BlizzCon.
All right, I made it down the stairs, so this can only go so badly now. Hello, and welcome to the Hearthstone What's Next panel. I'm Cora, and I'm the initial design lead on the Hearthstone team. I'm super excited to be up here today, along with some other incredible designers who will join us as the panel continues. We've got a lot to share about what's coming to the game across both standard Hearthstone and Battlegrounds. This year has already been absolutely packed with new stuff. We rocked and rolled in Festival of Legends, and we visited the iconic Ulduar Raid.
I wanted more solo adventures.
Meet the
And maybe some wild balance changes.
Titans. Battlegrounds explored a rework of the buddy system, the return of quests, and anomalies that changed the fundamentals of the game. We're about to enter into phase 3 of the year, and you already know about some of the new things that are coming. And speaking of new things, we are really excited about the introduction of catch-up packs. Thanks. We mentioned them at the opening ceremony, but let's make sure we really capture what they are all about. Catch-up packs contain up to 50 cards based on how many cards you've collected from previous sets. The catch-up packs for our next expansion, Showdown in the Badlands, will look back at all of the other sets in Standard. Voyage to the Sunken City, Murder at Castle Nathria, March of the Lich King, Festival of Legends, and Titans, and check how much of these sets you've already seen. For the expansions with the most uncollected cards, you'll get more stuff. And you can get up to 10 cards from each. Honestly, why don't I just show you what it looks like? Let's take a look at what just a single catch-up pack looks like for a player returning to Standard after a couple years away. It's flashy! We like a little pizzazz on the Hearthstone team. Okay, let's take one more look, but I think we can do better. This time we'll open a bunch of catch-up packs all at once with our recently released mass pack opening feature. That's a lot of cards! We really hope that this will help you get back into the game, or maybe help a friend to pick up where they left off. Everyone is going to get 2 catch-up packs to open, and everyone here, plus BlizzCon collection holders out there, is going to get 3 more. Plus, if you pre-order an expansion bundle, good news, you get a bunch of these added to your bundle. And this includes those of you who already bought it, so please don't worry, you will get stuff too.
Yeah, baby!
Okay, that was a lot of technical stuff. Let's get into the fun.
Well, howdy, Hearthstone fans. I'm Edward Goodwin, the set lead for this expansion, and I'm here with Cora to tell you all about the story of our heroic outlaws and villainous townsfolk, and to reveal the final cards of the set. Let's start with a bang. Here's a famous outlaw that we got a sneak peek at today, Reno Lone Ranger. Say hello to Hearthstone's first neutral hero card. We tried to put him in just a single class, but he wouldn't listen. This is Reno's first chronological appearance in Hearthstone. We're going back in time to Reno and Elise's initial meeting and the start of their journey together. If your deck has no duplicates, Reno will make your opponent's entire board disappear, including cards like dormant minions and locations, leaving them with just a single board space on their following turn. We really wanted to capture the magic of a Wild West standoff at high noon. Your opponent will have to carefully choose which minion they want to play to challenge Reno in a high noon duel. Let's take a closer look at his hero power. Reno never goes anywhere without his trusty crystal hand cannon. It has 7 different kinds of ammo that it will randomly swap between at the end of your turn. Each crystal bullet deals 2 damage and comes with an additional magical effect. The various effects are all themed after a different spell school.
Okay, let's talk about why Reno is here in the Badlands. Long before Reno joined the League of Explorers, he was just a lone wanderer in search of profit. He heard through the grapevine that Bloodrock was the place to get rich, or die trying with a name like that. After wandering into town in search of a bounty, Reno was hired by Sheriff Eustace Barrelbrim to bring a group of outlaws to justice. In the sheriff's own words, these outlaws were the vilest, sickest scum this side of Azeroth. But after signing the mayor's contract and pursuing the bounty, Reno found the truth. The outlaw boss was none other than the noble Elise Starseeker.
Turns out the real villain was the sheriff himself, and the Azerite strip mine outside of the town was destabilizing the entirety of the Badlands. The townsfolk were digging up anything they could to get at those Azerite treasures. The bad news is, if they keep this excavation up, the Badlands will be destroyed. The good news is, if you keep this excavation up, you'll get a bunch of sweet loot. We've talked about the excavate keyword before, but to help you remember, let's drill down into the details. When you play a card with excavate, you'll dig deeper and deeper into the Azerite mine. Every time you excavate, you'll get better and better stuff. The first time you excavate, you'll dig up a common 1-mana treasure like you see here. All of the excavate treasures are designed to be used in a wide variety of circumstances, so while you won't know exactly what you're going to get, it will almost always be a powerful tool for your game plan.
Okay, let's take a look at the rare pool of excavate treasures. As you can see, we have a couple ways to keep track of which excavate tier you're currently on. You might have noticed that the first time you excavate, all of the treasures cost 1 mana. The second time, they all cost 2 mana, and that pattern continues with your 3rd and 4th excavate. I know, so predictable. That, along with the rarity gem on these cards, will hopefully serve as a great reminder of what layer of the mine you're currently on.
Let's take a look at the 3rd layer of the mine. This is where the treasures really start to ramp up in power. If you're not playing as one of the 5 Bloodrock aligned classes, this is the final layer of the mine that you'll be able to explore. While the outlaw classes don't have a legendary excavate reward, it's still pretty fun to dig down into the mine. And we wanted to make sure that all the classes had access to the first 3 excavate tiers for non-constructed game modes like Arena. But if you are one of the 5 Bloodrock classes, hoo-wee! You'll get an exciting and unique specific legendary treasure. Take a look. The final layer of the mine is inhabited by some incredibly powerful Azerite elemental beasts. We wanted each one to fit with the various game plans of the different classes. For instance, Rogue wants to excavate a bunch of times with bounce effects like Shadow Step, and Death Knight wants to play for the long game by resurrecting high-cost minions for maximum impact.
We've already seen 4 of the 5 legendary treasures, but before we reveal the final Azerite beast from the mine, let's take a look at how Warrior excavates. I would say that Warrior's preferred mining methods are pretty explosive. Cards like Blast Charge and Reinforced Plating will help Warrior dig deeper into the mine while controlling the board and keeping their health totals high.
In addition to their less than elegant mining methods, Warriors have recruited the band of burly Dustbelcher ogres to oversee the Bloodrock mine. And none of them are more brutal than Badlands Brawler. When you play Badlands Brawler, she'll start a brawl immediately. And if you excavate it at least twice, she'll rig the results in her favor.
So now it's not just Armorsmith that always wins brawls. All right, so what happens when Warrior gets to the bottom of the mine? Well, they dig up the 5th and final Azurite beast, the fearsome Azurite ox. For just the small price of 4 mana and the destruction of the Badlands, you'll get your choice of 2 8-cost minions. Honestly, it's a pretty good deal.
It's not just the beasts at the bottom of the strip mine that are being disturbed. Ancient, slumbering elementals that make up the very foundation of the Badlands itself are being awakened. Let's meet the biggest, the baddest, and the sleepiest elemental of them all, Slagmaw the Slumbering. Every time you excavate, you'll get 2 turns closer to awakening this sleeping giant. Make sure you're excavating efficiently as possible to awaken Slagmaw.
And now that Slagmaw has awakened from its beauty sleep, we can tell you that it's going to be the signature card given to every person here and everyone at home who got the legendary BlizzCon collection. I mean, look at that.
So, we talked about the dangers that lurk beneath the Badlands, but what is there for the outlaws to protect? You might think of this place as harsh and unforgiving, like many travelers before you, but there are lots of different environments besides just sand and rocks.
There are also big rocks. This Boulder Fist formation has particularly good slabs for the cost. But really, it was important to us that we show the Badlands is more than just a desert. The Badlands is a vibrant and diverse environment with a wide array of both creatures and landscapes.
It's not just the people that would suffer if the Badlands were in peril. I mean, check out the art piece for Living Prairie. Holy cow!
Oh, that was bad.
And at night, the beauty of the frontier is clear when the vibrant night sky shines on the many adventurers here in the Badlands.
But remember that our heroes are sharing this land with, well, the land itself. As the Badlands splits in 2, so do the elementals, like Mesa Dune the Fractured. Mesa Dune draws an elemental and splits their cost, attack, and health in half. But the effects and the keywords stay the same.
Ooh, okay.
So for instance, if you split a Ragnaros the Fire Lord, you'll get 2 4-mana 4/4s that both deal 8 damage.
Huh.
We've got one more card to show you from Showdown in the Badlands, and we saved one of the worst for last. Velorok Windblade, a 3-mana 3/3 that does absolutely nothing.
Okay. Calm down.
Well, this is in your hand. Played 3, okay?
Much like Velorok, Edward is deceiving you. When you play 3 cards from other classes while Velorok Windblade is in your hand, he'll reveal his true form. That's right. Druid isn't the only class with dragons this set. Velorok the Deceiver is here to steal the show. If you've paid his bounty, he'll transform into a 3/6 dragon with charge, ready to take cards from your opponent's class. And just like that, that's the final card of the set. The Showdown in the Badlands launch is just around the corner on November 14th.
Will the Outlaws triumph over the forces of evil? Well, if anyone can overcome the challenges here, it's the dynamic duo of Reno and Elise.
Okay, a little bit of a voice crack.
Alrighty guys, new expansion is dropping today, so best be prepared for it. Vicious Syndicate has actually prepared 40 decks for you guys to try on day 1, and in this video we will go over 5 of those decks I feel like I will be playing myself, and we'll also check out all of the other decks they have mentioned. So if you're serious about Hearthstone, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget you can hire me for some Hearthstone coaching. Now, let's check out the decks. Here's the Vicious Syndicate article, and I'll have that linked in the description below so you guys can check them out for yourself, but let's get going. And we're starting off with Death Knight, and here they have Excavate Plague Death Knight, Excavate Rainbow Death Knight, and also Excavate Cagehead Death Knight. And all of those sound exciting, but I think the Plague Death Knight has the most merit to try on day 1, because a lot of people are going to be testing with Highlander decks, and this is going to ruin their day. Here's what the Plague Excavate Death Knight consists of. And we obviously have all of the good Plague cards, we obviously have all of the good Excavate cards, and we also have Reska, the pit boss, at the end, so you can actually res that over and over again with your Excavation Treasure. Reska is super powerful in this one because it also takes control of a random enemy once it dies, and it also has Rush, so this would be a huge board swing for you. It also helps a lot that your Excavate cards are actually decent. And we also have Pile of Bones in here, so that can keep on reviving on the board, so you don't lose too much tempo because you excavate it. We're also running things like Magata in here because we don't run that much spells aside from Down with the Ship, as well as Reap What You Sow, but everything else is just minions. Primus also helps a lot, Sylvanas is not bad, and we also have a couple of Chained Guardians. I'm not sure how much corpses this thing is going to be generating for you to actually include something like Marrogar, but it is something to think about. Moving now to Demon Hunter, here they have proposed Sharpshooter Naga Demon Hunter, which does sound interesting. Burn Relic Demon Hunter is also out there. There's also a Bartender Bob Big Demon Hunter in here, which helps with some outcast action. And also Gunslinger Reno Demon Hunter, which sounds interesting for sure. I don't think I'm going to be trying Demon Hunter on day 1 though, so you guys can check these out on your own. Moving now to Druid, however, here we have Huron Dragon Druid, Dragon Drum Druid, Dragon Reno Druid, so it's nothing but dragons for Druid, and I'm going to be checking out Tiron Dragon Druid, so let's get into that one. We have Aquatic Form so we can find our cards faster, Innervate so we can curve out better, Cactus Construct helps a lot with the tempo in the early turns, and it gives you something good to do on turn 1 as well as turn 2. Astalor is usually a no-brainer in most decks. We also have a lot of dragons in this one, and this one's going to be helping you out with the ramp. Maybe I should actually zoom in a little so you guys can see a little bit better. That doesn't help much, but I tried. We also have all sorts of other dragons in here. This one's actually a beast. Give all minions in your deck +1. I guess it does help a little with your taunt stuff as well. We also have Lorfimar in here for some buff action, but this one definitely does sound a little bit on the iffy side. I think somebody just wrote dragon in the search bar and included Snapdragon because of the name, but it doesn't even have the tag, so that's a little bit weird. Honestly, why does this not have the dragon tag? Surely it should have been a double tribe. Maybe it even is. I don't know, like, this just sounds weird. Anyway, we also have a bunch of card draw for dragons, which is gonna help a lot. Azurite Chain Gang is not a dragon, but it is pretty chunky, and it is gonna be getting buffed a lot, so getting a bunch of taunts like this will be helping you with survivability in the early turns. This one is basically going down to 0 when you play it after you, if you have a dragon, and you always should. Spinetail Drake is also pretty amazing because it helps you basically control the board while advancing. This one gives you extra gas. We also have the Seedsman for extra ramp. Summer Flower Child is in here so you can actually draw your bigger stuff and discount them. And your bigger stuff would be Dragon Golem, your Lorfimar, and Faye the Setting Sun. The deck is gonna be pretty board-centric, so if you're playing against something with a lot of board clears, you might have a bad time, but you're gonna be having an obscene amount of stats with this one, and it's gonna be pure and simple, so definitely sounds like a fun thing to be playing. Hunter actually looks a little bit iffy, honestly, for now, but we do have Buff Beast Hunter, Starshooter Hunter, as well as the Lost Reno Hunter for possible decks to try on day 1 for Hunter. Personally, I wouldn't really be touching it on day 1, but time will tell how that one pans out. For Mage, we have Sludged Oil Rainbow Mage, Excavate Secret Mage, which sounds interesting, Stargazing Light Show Mage, and maybe Light Show is finally gonna be somewhat okay, and also Fractured Big Spell Mage. It's kinda weird we don't have any just straight up Elemental Mages. I kinda had a feeling.
Oh, okay, I should do it in this order. Come here. Go to the backgrounds. Type in legendary. And okay. Dead the Night. I have that one in gold. And now to this one. At the end of your turn, gain 5 corpses. At the start of your turn, spend 5 corpses to give your hero plus 5 health. Yo, that's pretty cool. At the end of your turn, gain 5 corpses. At the start of your turn, spend 5 corpses to give your hero plus 5 health. Holy cow, that looks pretty good, not gonna lie. Demon Unrivaled, this one bad idea. Background protect us, no duplicates. Druid missing them both. Background protect us, no duplicates. Summon the perfect dragon nest. 9 mana for 12 rush, later steel taunt. Costs 1 less for each dragon you've summoned this game. Oh, plain and simple. And nice. Ooh, a 4/3 that just goes on a rampage. Summon a random beast with cost equal to this. Interesting. That's gonna be pretty useful for Quest Mage, potentially. Oh, I got the signature version. Nice. Battlecry protect us, no duplicates, get a permanent mirage. Battlecry copy, each one goes card in your hand. Oh, that's neat. It is what it is. Yep, the rogue one, Battlecry, quick draw and death rattle, excavate a treasure. That's pretty good. Play a coin, get a random legendary minion from another class. Oh, is there ways to generate coins? Ooh, that's interesting. If your deck has no duplicates, equip the staff of the Neon Forge. Okay, what is the staff of the Neon Forge? What the hell? Why is there a 115 frog? Oh, after your hero attacks, summon a 1/1 frog with taunt. Each frog is bigger than the last, up to 15. That's interesting. Then back, deal 1 damage to all enemies, improved by each turn in a row you've played an elemental. Interesting. Warrior 416, rush down dormant for 8 turns, excavate to awaken 2 turns sooner. Battlecry, shuffle That's fun. Don't know how good it is, but it's fun. And then all the neutral legendaries. Quick draw card if you play this turn. Repeat this. Battlecraft, 20 or less. Open the Battleland jail. Interesting. Intriguing. Okay, let's head back over to the Vicious Syndicate. Let's see. Demon Hunter. Naga Demon Hunter. Relic Demon Hunter. Big Demon Hunter. Interesting, okay. Druid, it was mostly dragon stuff. Hunter. Sun Shooter, Arcane Hunter. The Lost Arena Hunter. Sludge and Oil Rainbow Mage. Excavate Secret Mage. That sounds fun. Stargazing Lightseeker Mage. Fractured Big Spell Mage. Ooh. Holy Buff Pure Paladin. Pure Spectral.
Excavate reward. And again, if you're not sure what excavate is, it's the new mechanic in Hearthstone. You play a card like Cobalt Miner. We'll excavate once, you'll get a common treasure, which is like a 1 mana treasure. You play it again, you get a rare down in the Badlands, goes live, and I wanted to try out, so I'll link that article below. If there's one I shared here that you're not interested in, feel free to check that out. And of course, these are just kind of theory crafts. We have no idea if any of these decks, any of these cards will be any good, so I highly recommend not crafting anything, at least for a couple of days. Whatever you kind of scrounge together in packs or whatever, build what you can, have some fun, and we'll be streaming a lot of these decks and tons of other stuff.
Welcome.
वालेकुम सलाम नूर, क्या हाल है? नाश्ता किया?
ठीक ठाक. Not yet. Not hungry.
नहीं, थोड़ा बहुत आपको पता है खजूरें भी पड़ी हैं काउंटर के ऊपर, तो खजूर लो या कोई सीरियल से खाओ, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है 2:30 उन्होंने आना है आपको पिकअप करने.
Yeah, between 2 and 3, yeah, and they're picking and dropping me off.
हाँ, I know. तो वो ये है कि फिर आप वो सारी गैस खर्च करें तो फिर मूवी की टिकट आप ले देना.
Sure.
How much money you have in your wallet?
Maybe 20 or 40. So I'll probably pay for my own ticket and then maybe some snacks, and I'm thinking they're gonna buy their own ticket.
At twitch.tv/Zeddy when the expansion goes live around 10 a.m. Pacific. We'll be live trying out these decks, other decks, arena, achievements. We'll be doing it all, so come hang out if you want to. And we're announcing our giveaway winners for the 4 rewards tracks. These 4 people have won. They've all been contacted. If I don't hear back from them within 24 hours, I will find new winners. And thanks again so much for all your support. This was a crazy reveal season. I'm excited to see is the Azurite Snake going to break Hearthstone, and also just what other stuff comes out today. So stay tuned. Day 1 patch reveal and all that stuff. But regardless, let's get into the new decks to try out right now. Starting off, we have Death Knight, and we're going to go with an Excavate Plague Death Knight. That's right, you run into Highlander decks. We're calling them Reno decks. I've been calling it Highlander for a while. Reno's back in standard. I'm calling them all Reno decks, plus I'll have plenty to recommend. But you'll want to avoid Excavate Plague Death Knight. Run similar, to the old Plague Death Knight, but you have some new cards in here like Reska the Pit Boss. 20 mana. It comes down pretty cheap later on, which you can excavate back later with your Excavate reward. And again, if you're not sure what Excavate is, it's the new mechanic in Hearthstone. You play a card like Cobalt Miner. We'll excavate once, you'll get a common treasure, which is like a 1 mana treasure. You play it again, you get a rare treasure, which is like 2 mana, an even more powerful effect. You excavate again, you get an epic treasure, get something even better like an ogre location, and then the Excavate classes, which Death Knight is one of them, gets that legendary payoff, which will bring maybe your Reska back and give it reborn plus stats and lifesteal. Could bring back a Chain Guardian, the Primus. A lot of good cards in here, and yeah, kind of a mid-range style of deck where you just want to win with the big minions, your plagues, and do some Death Knight stuff. Next we have Reno Demon Hunter, built around, of course, Gunslinger Kurtrus. That is the the Reno payoff for Demon Hunter, where you get to shoot a bunch of bullets at your opponent's minions in their hand, possibly blow them up, but you got new additions in here that are pretty darn sweet, including Midnight Wolf. You play that on the Outcast side. It is a 12/12 for 6 mana worth of rush, and the new Bob card can help set that up pretty well. Got Snake Eyes, a new legendary in there for some value. Again, don't craft any of this stuff early. I think Snake Eyes probably won't even work out, but it's definitely worth a shot, as you can, if you roll the same die, get 3 discovers, which can be really good. And of course you have Reno Lone Ranger, the unbelievable board clear, hero power generating, hero power value card. Let's say your Highlander cards, your Reno cards are disrupted, at least you still get the good hero power to go with it. The 5 armor, you just don't clear the board. But remember, that board clear literally removes everything from the enemy side of the board, including a Sargeras portal, locations, minions, you name it. It's gone, and that's pretty darn powerful. And speaking of Reno decks, we have a Reno Dragon Druid. I had a lot of fun playing a similar build to this in Theory Crafting, where you want Rheastraza, right? You want to get out your Rheastraza, get those dragons for 4 mana less every single turn, and there's just a bunch of new really good dragons in this deck. Splish Splash Whelp is really good on curb. Spinetail Drake is just good removal. Desert Nist Matron is just 0 mana taunt. I mean, that's pretty good. And just a surprising card that at least I think will be pretty good is Cactus Construct, which just gives you a 1/2 on 1 and a 2-drop on 2. You get 2 turns worth of tempo, and you can hit some good stuff like a Nerubian Egg, a Loot Hoarder, just some really solid stuff, or just get another Splish Splash Whelp and ramp out. That could be super solid. So this deck looks like a lot of fun, one of the more promising Reno decks out there, so I definitely have to recommend it. This one is a bold build by Vicious Syndicate, very free-to-play friendly. Reno Buff Hunter, where you've got the Thunderbringer, you got like Stranglethorn Heart, Reno, Ragnaros, Lorthamar, Hydrolodon, with and Camouflage Mount. Again, I'm sold on this card. I think it's really good. Just in there, and a bunch of other, early game cards. At least the early game is free to play friendly. It's the late game that's like, oh my god. So again, don't craft this if you happen to be like me and have a lot of legendaries. Definitely a fun deck to give a go. And of course, the Highlander Reno payoff for this deck is really good in my opinion in Thaldur the Lost. Even without a hand buff, it's like unnerfed Prison Breaker, but better. And it basically can just go up from there with your Lorthamar that all of a sudden got a pretty big boy clearing the board and going base. Next we have the Mage, and Mage didn't get a lot, so I'm just going to recommend this Excavate Secret Mage. Maybe that'll work. You get to cast secrets with your Reliquary Researcher. as a payoff, and you're playing a 2-mana freezing potion and cryopreservation because it excavates. And honestly, Blast Mage Miner's not bad if you have a pretty full hand dealing all that damage, and you know, Deathborn for some reach. And yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend this, but honestly, none of the new mage decks look that great. Mage is looking a lot like I probably want to play Rainbow Mage with like maybe one new card, maybe. But overall, yeah, Mage just looks kind of lost this expansion. Another kind of out there build from Vicious Syndicate here. Again, probably not what I would go with, but hey, we're gonna throw that out there. I'm calling this purish Reno Paladin, as it is a pure Reno Paladin, but you'll note, Reno is not a Paladin card, so you have to draw it for your Curator or your Countess to go live. The idea here is you either draw it naturally or you play Order in the Court, which means you'll draw your Reno before the Countess, before the Curator. It's bold, it's interesting. I don't think this is the way Reno Paladin will probably go, but for a day one build, it looks pretty silly. And you'll want to get to that Spirit of the Badlands as well. Get that card out there and just get a bunch of value on extra minions. Looks fun, just yeah, just draw in the correct order. How hard could that be to draw Reno, right? Can't be that difficult. And next we have another bold Reno build. Again, I'd probably go more conventional, just control priest with like school teachers and your 1-drops and all that, but they really want to try and get some value off Elise, where you summon those random minions. So they're really limiting the minion pool here, where you're gonna hit like Blackwater Behemoth, you're gonna hit Amethyst, you're gonna hit Yogg, but the spicy, yeah, better, super annoying, and very kind of, it doesn't look like much, but when you can fill the board guaranteed for 5 mana plus some more, I think that card's going to be very, very solid. Next, we got to recommend a Wishing Well deck, right? Wishing Well Rogue. This list looks very similar to what I played at Theory Crafting. Like, very few cards are different than what I did. I made it a little bit greedy and more fun, but this version has Astalor. It's got Kajamite Creation in there for some Burgle, more Bounty Wrangler, Auction Package in there, of course, and Astalor. So this looks fun. I'll be definitely one of the decks I will be playing and then getting mad when I don't win or get the right legendaries. But that's what we do. We get mad about everything all the time. You know, let's get salty. Anyways, looks fun, and I had to recommend a Wishing Well deck. For Shaman, I'm actually not going to recommend the Reno build. It's even more out there than their like Priest one, and I don't know. They don't seem to. I feel like they don't like the Reno stuff or whatever. It's just like a no minion Reno Shaman with like you're just trying to prescience out Dr. Holiday. You can check it out in their really solid cards like Living Prairie, and you get to say moo, play an elemental every turn, try and gain tempo.
All right, there is too much to consider. So let's just not worry about crafting anything and just see what it gives us. This is in Raging Warrior. Okay, I guess this is like giant or warlock. Is this like an overload shaman then? Spell damage shaman? Oh, pirate rogue. Cool. Fire or nature spells. Well, I know there's a deck that does that pretty gosh darn well. Druid. Or was it Shaman? No, it was Shaman.
Morgo versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
Go with the flow! Double time! We have plotted long enough. Now we run!
The storm is in me.
Double time!
Can't be good. Good.
Time waits for no one.
Impressed by my thunderous display? Witness the strength of the seas!
Why does all my stuff cost less? Oh. Damn it. Damn it, I can't afford this plus this. Oh, wait. That's still good enough.
Arcane bolt.
Stay alert, my children. Danger waits.
I do believe you are dead, sir.
I concede.
Looks like it's a Reno deck. It sure is. Awesome.
Jaina versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
Hope will be my guide.
I see you brought guests.
Peace be with you.
May the light grant you peace. We rise to the warmth of the sun.
The light dims, but we fight. Come with me into the future.
Damn.
Your wish is my suggestion. Job done.
Yes, he did the trade for me.
Bask in my radiance.
runs out on me.
Power flows through me.
By my calculations, you need to chill out!
Gaze into the horizon, then you will see what is real.
By honor eternal, we serve.
Time to wash away the filth!
Insanity is no excuse for bad manners.
Son of a bitch.
We're gonna be rich. scour the strata of this land. Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Time runs out on me.
How much? Our gift of frost shields us. Try to keep yourselves alive. The courage of man shall not fail.
Time runs out on me. What to do? What to do?
Cell casting program.
Time runs out on me.
Damn it. Damn. Oh, he ate at the...
You wish to match wits with me?
Spellcasting for dummies. Fascinating. I ain't talking. Spellcasting for dummies. Fascinating.
Mistakes of the past rewritten.
If my calculations are correct, the sun sets.
Hello. That's not fair.
I must move quickly.
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
We have plotted long enough. Now we rise!
Drop anchor! Drop anchor!
Job's done. Well met.
Might need to practice that one.
Well, this is unfortunate. Oh, Jesus, what happened?
It isn't often I'm impressed.
move quickly. We're gonna be rich.
Oh, that's cool.
So much to learn. So much to learn.
Who knows how to beat all?
It isn't often I'm impressed. Might need to practice that one.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's something wrong with this hero power.
It isn't often I'm impressed.
Must move quickly.
Wait, what's that process?
I'm running out of cards. Sun sets. Our hardships only strengthen our resilience.
It isn't often I'm impressed. I'm out of cards.
Well, shoot.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. I appreciate that.
Well, that match took way too long. वालेकुम अस्सलाम। नहीं रुकने था जी। वालेकुम सलाम। ठीक है